Imagine you are logged in on finals. Speed is good, configuration full, but then PFT flashes, runway too short. A second later, the speaker shouts, runway too short. Congratulations, you have just met Airbus built-in safety net, that is ROPS. Today we are diving into a serious underrated hero in the Airbus flight deck, Runway Overrun Prevention System or ROPS. If you have ever wondered what that alert means or how the system knows that you are about to run out of the runway, you are in the right place. Stay tuned, I'll be right back to walk you through it. Hello everyone, Namaskar. This is No Sim Drama, it's Real Alert from ROPS. This is one of the most advanced onboard safety feature on the Airbus aircrafts. So today we are diving deep into how it works, why it matters, and what you as a flight crew must know. So ROPS is a Airbus safety enhancement system that protects against runway overrun, one of the most critical risks during landing. ROPS continuously calculates your aircraft's real-time stopping distance and compares it to the landing distance available, or more precisely, the remaining runway length. And if it detects a risk, it will warn you before you commit, okay? ROPS provides automatic detection of the landing runway, real-time stopping distance computation, visual and oral in case of overrun risk. You will know if ROPS is available on your aircraft or not. It is listed in the aircraft configuration summary in the QRH, and you are expected to check it during your cockpit preparation like any other SOP. So that is from this video belongs to. I am covering a series of aircraft configuration summary. In aircraft configuration summary, we go through all the available functions and features on that particular tail. So this is also one of the feature that is available. Back to the video. ROPS consists of two smart functions, ROW and ROP. Let's break down them. ROW is runway overrun warning. The ROW function activates during final approach. It automatically arms at 400 feet above ground level and operates until the start of braking. Mark my words, until the start of braking. Detection begins at 2000 feet and arming at 400 feet. From that point, ROW computes landing distance both for wet runway and dry runway in real time. You select, if the runway is wet, you select a knob to the wet. Generally it is kept on the dry side. Okay. Here is what it assumes. It assumes maximum manual brake pressure, ideal reverse thrust for dry and maximum reverse for wet. If the computed stopping distance exceeds the ROPS runway length below 400 feet, runway too short message appears on your PFD and that flashes 9 seconds and then steady, no sound. But when you are below 200 feet, the same message plus the oral alert, runway too short, runway too short. At this point, you must go around, that is the SOP. Now comes ROP, runway overrun protection. Once braking starts, the ROP function takes over. Again, mark my words, once braking starts, runway overrun protection takes over, and now we are on the ground. ROP monitors your deceleration. If it determines that stopping within the remaining runway is not possible under current conditions, alerts are triggered immediately. Visual alerts displayed max braking and max reverse on your PFDs. Oral alert says brake, max brake, max brake, or max braking, max braking. Once brakes are maxed, oral alert changes to set max reverse. Okay, below 80 knots. If risk continues, it says keep max reverse. If risk is not there, then it is another situation, but if risk is there, then it says keep max reverse. The system stops the alert once it detects that you have taken full corrective action or the overrun risk disappears. Now I'll tell you how ROPS makes the call. ROPS does not guess, it calculates. Here is what it considers: all landing weights and CG, yes, including overweight, don't worry. Configuration 3 and configuration full. Actual wind conditions, dry or wet runway condition based on crew selection. Remember, based on crew selection. If you select wet, then it consider wet runway. If you keep it on dry only, then it will consider dry. No system failure affecting landing performance. Mark it. And obviously 15% safety margin, that is standard, so you need not to worry. If it is giving you a call, it is giving 99% right. Okay, now one key point is ROPS only works correctively if you select right runway condition and the correct runway. For contaminated runway, use wet. Now alert procedures, what to do. If you see runway too short during approach, at any altitude, consider a go around. Mark it, consider. But below 200 feet AGL, go around is mandatory, or depending on your SOP, please go through your SOP, your company's SOP. Oral alert reinforces the command. When you are on the ground, obviously ROW doesn't work, then ROP works. Okay, then there will be a call brake, max braking, max braking. You will apply full manual brakes, apply max reverse thrust. If set max reverse is shown or the alert is there, immediately apply and hold max reversers. Okay, then as I told you, if you are 80 knots and still it feels that you are not going to stop, then it will give you a warning called keep max reverse. Now you will maintain reversers until alert stops. Below 70 knots, if you are confident that aircraft can stop safely, the max reverse is no longer shown. Reduce to idle, from max to idle, reverse idle, unless the situation still demands it. Use of high reverse thrust at low speed is discouraged. You know that if you are flying A320, you know that use of high reverse thrust at low speed is definitely discouraged. It risks engine stall or excessive EGT, and then there are other things like debris ingestion and all. Now I'll tell you inhibitions and limitations. ROPS can inhibit manually via the ROP/ROW push button switch. When inhibited, No message on PFD, no oral alert, no runway conditions shown on ND, and selector is disabled. No matter you selected wet or dry, if you have switched the ROW and ROP push button off, then it totally inhibits all ROPS functions. Also, ROP automatically inhibits below 30 knots ground speed. Mark it please. If ROPS is invalid for the approach, you can see ROW/ROPS lost on the ECAM after rollout. Around 80 knots plus 60 seconds. ROPS is an amazing piece of technology, but it is not a magic wand. It does not account for things like airport layout, exit taxiways, or reverser failures. It's here to alert, not to replace airmanship. In the end, you are a pilot and you are getting paid. So respect the system, use it well, monitor your approach like a pro, and when ROPS speaks, listen. That's everything you need to know about ROPS, straight from Airbus FCOM and FCTM. If you found this video helpful, give a thumbs up and share this video with your friends who are either flying A320 or going to fly Airbus A320 soon.